I got involved in serving the community because I was raised in Greeley, and I was raised around people that set a good example. The Monforts lived down the street, and they took me to fundraising events. They set a good example of how things should be done. I also, my father was a business member in the community and was involved in things too, so I had a lot of really good examples. I was very fortunate to grow up in Cottonwood on 25th Avenue. The Toyntons and the Nelsons and the Mangums and the Oldenburgs and the Wallachs. I mean, just a great neighborhood. And so I grew up around a lot of people who cared a lot. We all knew each other. It was wonderful. I couldn't have been more fortunate. Having been raised in Greeley and seeing generosity in other people that I had high regard for and looked up to.
Greeley has phenomenal role models, and a lot of the people he mentioned are also people that I hold in very high regard and look up to. And Greeley's a great community that way. I really have to, admire the roots that are in this town and how connected people have stayed. I wasn't from Greeley. I grew up in Broomfield, so I'm a Colorado native, but when we got together, I think in fact one of our first dates in Greeley was to go to the Boys and Girls Club fundraising banquet. Well, every community needs support in different ways, and that's what's so great about United Way is that they really do have so many good causes that are worthwhile, and a community doesn't thrive if it doesn't have, that kind of support from organizations that are there to fill a need.
I spent years on the board of the Boys and Girls Club, and I saw where United Way actually keeps the organizations accountable and makes sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Well, the College Promise was something that we just thought was worth trying to organize. And the people at District 6 and the people at Ames were willing to come together in order to help other kids go to college that maybe hadn't in the past. And so it was sort of lifting the community and bringing those kids along, giving them a better future. I think it was a great thing.
A lot of them are the first ones in their family to ever, be able to even take that step, and knowing that we were able to be a part of helping those kids to achieve that was incredibly rewarding.
There's a number of things that I've been fortunate enough to be involved in. And having been born and raised here and knowing so many people in the community, many of them older than me, many of them my age, people that are really smart and really care about the community, that's what a lot of times led to opportunities to do things like the new hotel, or like building a second building for the Boys and Girls Club many years ago, the Jerry Paul unit. To get a jump in and help go out and get the resources to do those things are really beneficial, especially when they're things that are going to have a long-term impact on the community. And I've just been very fortunate to be here when those opportunities became available, and to go out and help make them happen. But there's so many people I'm thankful for in this community because of their willingness to jump in and write a check or get involved, and just the excitement they share in seeing that, hey, we're going to do something enduring and something lasting for the community.
Yeah, and all the involvement that we've had in the community, I think we feel so much more connected to a lot of people that otherwise we wouldn't have, gotten connected to. And there's a lot of satisfaction in meeting those other like-minded people who also want to give back. And it's true, the saying, the more you give, the more you receive. And that's been true in our lives. And because of what we've been able to give, we've received so much more in so many ways. Yeah, well, our three boys are, in their 20s, and so they're all embarking on their careers and their paths, kind of in that regard, but we've we've always set the example of trying to be involved in things and give back in whatever capacity they can, and I think they understand the importance of that. You know, we can take satisfaction in knowing that our efforts have been supported, and other people also agree that all of this is important and it builds a better community.
I was surprised, and I'm very, very honored to get this, and it's humbling. And the list of people on there, I've been fortunate enough to know many of them and know that they're the kind of people that I'd love to be associated with.
You know, when you're busy doing all of this in your life, you don't ever think about the acknowledgement or the recognition that might come, but it's really meaningful to have that occur, and yeah, it's pretty amazing.